gentlemen. Ah, there we go, we're back. Part 2 of the stream, which hasn't quite went live yet. Although it will have gone live. There we go, yes. We are back. We are back, Anton. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, you've missed everything, because Anton and me have just put the world to rights. We promise. We promise. Alex is making an Alfa Romeo 1-3 at the moment. Sociopath is in the Alpine. Connor Hardy says, hi! I could imagine being that voice. Connor misses us. Of course you do. Fanning is in 5th. Dumbest Hornet is doing well in 4th. Alex has spun already. Kaiser Soze. Yeah, Kaiser Soze in the Toblerone is in 6th place. Wumax is in 7th. Doris is in 8th. The reigning champion in 9th place at the moment. Wazza! Wonder if he supports Man United. Wonder if he maybe maybe wants some 7-Up. It's quite refreshing. He is in 10th. Yeah, exactly. Gatian is in 11th. Bonjour, Connor. The Foxy, who you were looking at earlier, is in 12th. Monster in 13th. Single Track in 14th. Carl in 15th. Simba is in 16th. Mr. Milkman is Simba's son. So hello again. DRS Julian in 17th. Ryan in 18th in the Mercedes. Bonsoir, says Chris Bailey, otherwise known as Jennifer Fletcher.
Gatian's about to finish his lap.
He is indeed. Let's jump up onto Gatian coming around that final corner.
How far up can he go? He goes second.
Wow.
And considering his time is nearly unreachable,
yeah,
that is as good as a pole lap.
That is a great lap. Let's see, we've got minimal time remaining. Mandy's also joining us. Hello. We actually ended the last stream with 29 people watching us. Absolute mad people for watching us. Exactly, madness for watching this. Alex is coming back across the line. Let's see what he can do. We will jump back to him in a second. Dumbest Hornet looking to improve. Dolores says that he just spins all the time, so I'll be looking forward to not seeing Dumbest spin. He's across his fast lap. He's got his Aston Martin teammate G&G just behind him in 16th at the moment. Woodmax is also on a quick lap.
Moving by 4 tenths as well.
Yes. Let's see what Julian can do. Goes from 18th to 6th place. The track is ramping up right now.
Yep, definitely.
Yes, Scottish. He has indeed. Scottish Ninja says hello to my Irish friend Gav. Yes, the Irish. Scottish Ninja had a interesting party with him and the fellow Scottish ones last week. But he is in the McLaren, the Orange Walk Teddy Bears Sevco New Company 2012 Limited team is what he is called. Let's just see what Carl can do. 37 1,000ths of a second down at the moment. Is he continuing? No, he's not. He's bailing out. Is Rob continuing? He's a quarter of a second down. I don't think he's going to continue that one. Wazza's up to 3rd. So he's decided he's not letting the crying eyes of 7-Up get to him.
Single Track is going for it.
Yes,
let's see what...
Yeah, good lap there from Martin to come across the line. La Vive la France! There we go. Ooh, Dumbest Hornets just went up into 2nd place, so it's an Aston Martin on the front row. There we go, and everyone, it's just DRS Julian who can he make a better lap. He's the last one that's going to come across the line, or he's bailing. There we go, have it folks. Eddie Dust is going to take pole position for the Tier 2 Grand Prix. Dumbest Hornet's going to take 2nd in the Aston Martin. Big surprise, Monster in 3rd in the Williams. Gatian 4th in the AlphaTauri. Wazza is in 5th in the Haas. Foxy Bingo comes back in the Ferrari to score 6. Sociopath, who was long holder provisional pole, is in 7th. DRS Julian 8th. Alex is in 9th. And Fanning runs out top 10 in the AlphaTauri. Rumax and Single Track 11th to 12th. Kaiser Soze and Doris 13th, 14th. The two McLaren boys 15th and 16th. They need to do better. Fact. Carl and Rob 17th and 18th. Ryan and Loppy 19th and 20th. See, Simon says, this is what happens when his brother doesn't spin. He actually gets a good result.
Oh well, I'm kind of disappointed with a few drivers here. Mark and Ryan in particular. They're way down the order.
I agree with you. Yes, I agree. I'm glad you said it, not me. Andrew says, "Come on, that was a lap." Yes, it was. I gave you the credit, Andrew. You were only 1,000th of a second behind Dumbest Hornet, a man who spins.
That was an amazing lap.
It was. So, what are the talking points from this qualifying? Well, the two McLarens, 15th and 16th, did not see that one coming. I didn't see Single Track being 12th. I didn't see Monster being 3rd. I also didn't see Dumbest Hornet being 2nd. Eddie Dust is, I think, just quick. And Gatian, well done, placed into 4th. There's a lot of talking points here as we go into the race. Question is, Anton de Pompadour, ADP, Anton de Pompadour, and we'll tell you a bit about de Pompadour soon in a safety car. Who is your pick for the race?
It's a tough one because we've got Waza in P5. We don't know much about him. He's new and he's already in P5 in qualifying. So if he's got a good race pace, he's definitely one to look for. And who is it? It's Sociopath as well.
Yeah.
I think that he could have a good race, and that is my pick outside. Maybe Monster. Monster in P3 is looking very good.
So you have gone with your French compadre Alpine team and Sociopath. Yes. We'll need to have
the
some
American
words.
savior.
Well, maybe you could go Martin. He's not French. He's English. Well.
Oh, I was talking about Sociopath.
Oh, so is he American?
Yes, he's American. I think he's American, isn't he?
Ah, there we go. Interesting. Just out of curiosity, or just out of more curiosity as well. Look at the split on the tyres. Monster in 3rd, going on the softs.
Yep. Going through a very punchy start.
That is an interesting one. The majority of the drivers are going on the mediums, with some hard tyre runners as well. But obviously Andrew's looking to get a good launch off the line, down into turn 1, that long straight, build up a bit of slipstream there behind Dumbest Hornet and Eddie Dust and get there. The two McLaren boys, hards, Ryan on the hards, Rob on the hards. Carl on the mediums, Loppy's on the mediums, but look, there you go, soft, medium. I don't think a two-stopper is going to be the best way around this track, so I think Monster's hoping for a safety car.
Definitely, you can. It's very hard to do the soft to the hard on this track. Tire temperatures are going to be critical.
They are. See, you bring the sensible topics of conversation. You talk about tyre temperatures and everything, whereas I talk about World War II. See, this is why people want you and not me. See?
Yes, but I don't give the same value of entertainment, so.
Well, that's one way of putting it. Entertainment, very loosely. Entertainment. Surprise. Well, wait a minute here. All I've got to tell you is as they're lining up on the grid, surprise, the unexpected hits you between the eyes. The unpredictable, that's the surprise you see. Surprise. And if you're all very lucky, you will hear another amazing song getting sung later on today. Do not wait, because here we are. When I wake up, well, I know I'm going to be, because it's coming into the top 5. Let's have a look. Let's see where we are, running on board with Eddie Dust and its 5 red lights, and we are underway for Season 10, Tier 2 of MRC. Already Monster up into 2nd place. Dumbest Hornet not had the best of starts, but getting there, Eddie Dust remains on top with absolutely horrific camera angles. But look at the Haas of Wazza going round the outside. Is he going to make contact? Does everybody get through? Looks like everyone's got through at the present moment. Yeah. Andrew hunting Eddie down.
Everybody has been very, very well behaved in this start. Not many position changes. Nobody has gained 2 places at the start.
Yeah.
Silva's down 3 places right now, so not easy for him and his hard tires.
No, definitely not. Those hard compound runners will be suffering at the early point. Single track up to 11th in his Alpine. Gatian 4th. Waza, who did get up to 3rd in the early stages of the race, down to 5th at the moment. Sociopath 6th. Fox River down 1 from 6th to 7th at the moment. Mark in 16th. But it is Monster who is there. But Eddie Dust is flying on those mediums. And he's just had a wee moment. Rear end just stepped out a little bit there, boys and girls. But Andrew's keeping him honest.
They are definitely in the world of their own right now. 5 tenths between the two and already breaking the DRS train.
They are.
Oh, what's happened?
Oh, Julian!
We have a Red Bull.
Julian has lost it coming through the final 2 chicanes, and we've got yellows. Oh, and he's round again. He's spinning those rear tyres up. They will be getting absolutely sorry. He's into the pits anyway because he's got a no front wing. Well, no front wing. I think we do have a virtual safety car at the moment. Just on the neutralisation. There we go. DRS Julian, 5-second penalty, speed in the pit lane. It gets worse. It gets worse for him.
Has he forgotten he's not driving for Alpine? You don't get penalties like that on top of not having a front wing.
Helmut Marko will not be happy with him.
Yeah, I think it's the catering department that will not be
happy. Exactly. We are green racing again, and here we go. Look at the gap between Monster and Dumbest Hornet, 1.5 seconds, but crucially, the gap between Eddie and Monster still sitting at 0.6 of a second. Treble 6, the devil's number. That is exactly what it is.
Exactly what we're looking for, yes.
Yep. Waza and Gatian having a nice battle. Calvin says not the Red Bull of last year. No, Calvin, it definitely was not. I don't think at any point I've seen you spinning round like that. Sociopath's had a moment because he's tumbling down the field. There we go. East 17 joins us. Sociopath gets 10 seconds for exceeding track limits. He was looking as if he was trying to let people past. Didn't quite work because he's now down to 14th am with a 10-second penalty. E17 is wanting Kaiser Soze to do well. Kaiser Soze raced with us in Tier 3 last season, as did a few others. But there we go. Sociopath being passed now by Mark. Okay, gap at the top, 0.6 of a second, 2.3 back to Dumbest Hornet. Fox River up into 6th again, Fanning in 7th, but stable at the moment. Oh, we've got a spinner. Is that DRS? It's Julian again. I'm afraid to say he's lost it. He's on the mediums. He's not going to be a happy man this evening.
Dumbest Hornet is not doing too bad at the moment. He's still holding the gap to Gatian. So I don't know what setup he's got, if he's quicker on the straight line, but for the moment he's keeping him behind him. As long as he can keep that going on, he'll be very good for the second stint.
Yes, Alex has just left the session. Alex, get back in as quickly as you can. Let's just see. Let me just invite him to it.
This is painful to watch.
It is indeed. We hate to see it, but let me just re-invite Alex to the session. There we go. Alex, my man, you have an invite coming your way from Scotland. It's, again, right, Dumbest Hornet had a moment. Look at this, though. 3 seconds now, Monster and Eddie Dust ahead of Dumbest Hornet, but again, different tyres from them all. So you've got Eddie Dust on the mediums, you've got Andrew on the softs, and then you've got Dumbest Hornet on the hard. So Chris is doing a great job here to stay in 3rd at the moment.
Yep, he is. 3 seconds in 4 laps is not too bad considering it's the hard tires. So now they must be up to temperature. He must get the tires working for in the next few laps to hopefully close the gap down to Monster if there is no safety car.
It will indeed. Carl's had a moment because he's now down in 19th. We saw the tail end of it there. So far, the Ferrari's 8th and 19th. Not exactly what Fred Vasseur would like to see right now. Ryan in 15th in that Mercedes with his purple helmet. Simba there. And this is the thing, it's beginning to be a bit of a DRS train. Let's jump on board with Sociopath in your Alpine with the American colours. And he's trying to go up the inside of Rob. Let's see what he can do. Is he going to be able to hang it around? Yes, he can. Is Rob doing it? Is Rob? Oh, Rob's going to try and keep it back, though. Remember, it's mediums versus hards. Nicely done by both of them there.
That is exactly what we want to see in MRC. Close and fair racing.
It is indeed. Tell you what, though, I think Mark is about to see a bit more of the Valix than he would have liked.
Gatien is up into P3, so...
Yes. We'll jump back there in a second. Alright, let's jump back. So, Gatien, I take it he passed Thomas Tornett in the start-finish straight? I assume he did anyway. From what we see. So, Monster staying within 0.6 of a second of Eddie Dust. Now, the key question is, when will these soft tyres actually start to go off? And when will we see Monster drop back from Eddie Dust?
Well, from how I tested last night, I think that the soft tires could hold on for about 10 laps without being too bad. On their own, it started degrading, but now he's within the second. It's a very important second in this game. He can definitely stretch this stint on.
Yes, indeed. He does need to, and this is the thing, you're right, he does need to stretch that gap at the top as much as he can, just to give himself a bit more breathing space come the end. He's within DRS of Eddie Dust. Let's just jump back. Let's have a look at Wazza. Wazza was having a look at Thomas Tornett but didn't quite manage it. Single track up to 6. Fanning and the Foxy Bingo. There we go. Mr. Sarge has joined us. Welcome, good evening, Sergeant Major. You are joined tonight by the Banshee and ADP, that is Anton de Pompadour. That's your new nickname, you're now our ADP. So, PDR, Paul de Resta, you're now our ADP.
That could have been Anton the Popadom.
Well, you could be Anton de Popadom if you want to be Anton de Popadoms. We can make that happen. We can make anything happen in the MRC universe. Womack's in the Red Bull. He's got a helmet that's very Sergio Perez. Nice illuminating yellow there. Kaiser Soze in 10th, rounding out the top 10 at the moment. Let's have a wee look and see who is the fastest lap at the moment. Oh well, it's Eddie Dust, there's the surprise, 121.4, and moving on from that. Andrew's now outside of the DRS zone, so I wonder now if those soft tyres beginning to just drop off.
Maybe just, yes, because the medium tyres are very good on this track, and oh wait, there is something. I don't know if you picked up on it, everyone, but Sociopath has got 10 seconds. Yes,
Sociopath he looked like he ran wide. Oh, Monster's had a moment! Had a moment! And he's now falling. Well, he's not falling down yet, but he has had a moment. He's now 4 seconds behind, and he's fallen into the clutches of Gatien. But yeah, Sociopath had a moment. Wow.
If he pulled that one off.
No, well, not quite. Gatian's about to pull the inside. Oh, yes. Oh no, that's not an overtaking zone. Oh, Andrew absolutely on the exit. The one curb I says you've got to watch yourself on, and he just launched the Williams off of it. We've now got about 2 abreast, 3 abreast. Wow.
And there we go, Gatian.
Whoa, look at the Alfa Romeo and the Haas. Is Andrew going to survive? Oh, he's got no end plate apparently, says Calvin. Or that's of Andrew or Sociopath, one of the two. But wow. Let's just jump, let's just see. Yeah, no, Andrew's missing an end plate.
Some front wing damage.
He does. Is he going to pit this lap? No, he's not. He's going to. Yes, he does. He continues. He continues. So he will go on to the hard compound tyres by the looks of things. But yeah, sorry, Sociopath did get a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. He was round the outside of 12 and 13. He was running wide. I think he had a moment there, so no doubt we'll see an appeal for that. Sociopath's about to go up the inside of Mark as they come down into turn 1. Mark trying to hold it around the outside, ran slightly wide there. That's going to compromise his exit. Sociopath's going to look to sweep round, but Gene Genie is there or thereabouts. Let's have a look. Mark is there. Let's have a look. Let's go for it, because that's the...
Whoa.
Rob tried to make a little dash there into turn 4. That was never going to work, but Mark held that defensive line nicely, and Simba is there as well. It's a McLaren sandwich with an Alpine and an Aston Martin. Talk about that. Ham and cheese baguette. Ham and cheese baguette.
He's got another 5-second penalty.
He does. I'm not convinced he's having the best race, if I'm being honest. I have a feeling he may not get to the end. We do say, as always, drive to the end. You never know what will happen. But look at this train of cars. I kind of, at the moment, we're thinking Gatian, Dumbest Hornet, Waza, single track. But pretty much from Mark down to... Well, Carl's just about to join this lot as well. That's about 7 cars. It's there, so let's just jump on board again with Sociopath. Let's see what he can do. Opens up the rear wing in that Alpine. Remember, the DRS gives you around here about 12, 13 kilometres an hour more. It's only active after lap 2. They are looking to bring that in to lap 1. I think they're going to trial it later this season. But DRS 2 laps after the race start, 2 laps after safety car. Oh, we got yellow in sector 2. Why have we got yellow? One of the Red Bulls! Oh, that's Julian. Nope, sorry. Getting all excited. I thought it's it's Julian.
Yeah, sorry.
Thought for a minute there we'd lost our 8th place man. Well, to be fair, Womax has had a moment because he has spun Anton. You've cursed him again. Spun, and he's now falling down the order. So when you seen that Red Bull, it was Julian, but Womax then had a moment. Sergio Perez is losing places. Sarge says, all aboard the Hodge train. Are you trying to be Kylie Minogue? Are we singing Kylie? Dumbest Hornet and Gatian have passed each other, so let's just go. Gatian's had a moment though, because he must have had something coming out of the final corner, because Martin's about to have him as well. So Gatian's gone from 2nd to 5th in a matter of 1 kilometre. Let's just jump back. Mark's getting there actually in terms of he's not necessarily losing too much to Sociopath. So although
he's not getting a gap.
He's not getting a gap, you are right there.
On Sociopath, so
Julian's retired in the pits.
Yeah. Too much pain.
Yeah. Womax 19th in the pits. It's a Red Bull 19th and 20th. Monster in 18th at the moment. Doesn't tell the story of his race because he was up into 2nd place, qualified a superb 3rd, went on the soft strategy, lost an end plate. So Julian, not the start season 10 that he would have hoped for. However, we've still got Martin is doing good, up into 4th place. Let's just have a look on tyres. Let's just bring tyres, there we go. So the top hard runner, Dumbest Hornet, 2nd top hard runner, Fox River 8, and then this man who's all aboard the TGV service. Simba's had a moment. What's happened here? Right at the turn 9 left-hander. He's had a moment there. That's not going to be good for him.
The gap is kind of stabilising up front right now between Eddie and Dumbest Hornet. So hard tyres could be starting to see the benefit of tyre degradation.
Yeah, and I think they will. I think you're 100% right here. I think that this is going to be the key.
Wazza's lost it, has he?
Wazza has. Yes, he has. He's lost it. Quite a few people have lost it coming out of that kind of turn 3 complex.
He's going to open his can of 7-Up now.
Yes, yes, indeed. Into 7th.
Down into 7th.
Yeah, down into 7th. 7 down. Kaiser Soze might make that 8th very shortly. Carl has had a moment. Alex and Ryan have passed him, but he's not had a moment. He's just been passed. But that gap, if we go back 2 or 3 laps ago, Mark leading a train of 6 or 7, that has now detached itself. So Alex down in 13th, 24 seconds behind the leader, has got Ryan, Carl, Loppy in close company. Yeah, so your choice for the win was Sociopath. 11th with a 10-second penalty. I didn't make a forecast for once. However, if I had thought of one, I probably would have said Alex. However, he's not doing that great at the moment, 13th. However, let's not lose sight of it. Lots of racing laps to go. 21 laps. A lot can happen.
He still has strategy on his side.
Yes, he does. He does. A lot can happen.
I was looking at the wrong driver. He probably doesn't.
A lot can happen in 21 laps.
There has been a spin.
Oh,
Alex. So yeah, I think I've cursed him again.
Well, no, because
you're going to go to job centre. I'm the main cursor right now.
Connor can be replaced. No, of course we can. Of course we can, Connor. We love you. We wouldn't replace you. As for me, replace me anytime. Right, let's just kind of have a bit of. I'm going to go back down to this battle here of Kaiser Soze, of Doris, and Waza. All kind of just sitting there. Let's ride on board with Kaiser Soze. It's a bit cloudy today, as we've said, but let's see what he can do. He'll be within DRS, and there we go, Waza pits, so there we go. Fanning pitting as well, you're right. So are the medium tyres starting to give up their grip? 20 laps to the end on hards? Easy.
I'm surprised that they're pitting so early. I thought that these tyres would have held on for a bit longer, so let's see if they're right. I mean, I would have probably tried and protect myself from a safety car at this point.
Yes, I would. As you know, I like to go long to protect myself from safety cars. Go on the hards,
we have
go
seen it a few
long.
times. Miami especially.
Yes, Miami. Fond race for me. 1-0 wings. Brilliant. Sociopath in 9th, Mark in 8th. Doris Day, Dumbest Hornet has been passed by Single Track coming into the end of the second. Single Track's run wide though. I wonder if he had a moment there because Dumbest Hornet retains that second place. You almost look at Eddie Dust and think, is anyone going to challenge him?
Well, as things stands, definitely not.
Nope.
The gap was stabilising and dropping, so I don't know if it's because they were battling too hard.
Possibly.
Yeah, down to the middle and last sector. But yeah, the gap is back down to 7.1 now. So
Martin's
gone through. What?
He has. Oh, there's a little bump there. Martin did leave it quite late.
There somewhere.
Oh, it's Francais. Mwah, 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 mwah. There we go. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Martin had so much speed with his DRS. And he just braked very late, and I think as he came back onto the racing line slightly, there was a little love tap there. Waza's had a moment. What's happened with Waza? Because, he's down in 18th. He's battling. Did he lose that many places in the pit stop? I think he did, actually. He did. And he's going side by side with Alex. Round turn 3. The never-ending turn 3, and they've got Monster in front of him, so that'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, things aren't going to plan for him.
Doris has had a moment. Doris has spun. Not good. Moving on.
I'm looking at the battle with Gatian and Fox River 8.
Yes.
On 6/10ths in it. Oh no, the gap has gone back up a bit.
So Martin's in the pits. Martin is giving up on those medium compound tyres after 14 laps. Yep. Gatian as well, yeah, you're right, as is Kaiser Soze.
No, definitely on the...
So if you're Eddie Dust, if you were him right now, would you just keep pushing those mediums for another 3 or 4 laps? His pace seems good, he's not losing that much time. He knows that his next closest runner, well, he won't know, but if he was listening to us, he will. Martin, 29 seconds by. Would you just keep going?
I just keep going, yeah. I mean, he's got good pace. 15 laps into the race, and he's still pretty much got the same pace as hard tyres from Chris. So yeah, I would stay on for another few laps until I lose about, I don't know, half a tenth, 7/10 of that.
Yeah,
half a second, 7/10 of that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Dumbest Hornet has taken about half a second already out of him. Is he pitting this lap? No, he's not. He stays out. There we go. But he's not. And this is the thing, right? I don't actually think he's in that bad a position. Mark now up into 4th. He's got Sociopath still behind him. Sociopath got with that 10 seconds to serve. Oh, Martin and Simba having a moment round.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still going side by side. Simba runs slightly deep there, but he should get the DRS. But Martin's got better grip on those hard compound tires. 14 laps for Simba versus none for Martin. Yeah, DRS is wide open, but it's ineffective if you can't get it. Fanning and Gatti and the two AlphaTauri boys are beginning to have a bit of a little battle with each other. As J Sarge says, if I'm Eddie Dust, I'm pitting now and getting off the hards to cover off Martin and the risk of a safety car. The gap to Martin.
Oh, Gingy spun around.
Oh, it's not going to be good for Rob. Rob will not be a happy bunny. Okay, go back to that in a wee second. The gap from Eddie Dust to Martin, 30 seconds. It was 28.8, but now 30 seconds. So there we go, Kaiser Soze and Waza still there. Monster in 15th, Alex in 16th, Loppy in 17th, Doris in 18th, Womax in 19th. There as Eddie Dust continues his merry way. It's beginning to just quieten down a little bit in the race now.
Yeah, not that many close spells going on. We've got Waza that's just behind Kaiser Soze.
Do you know?
Yeah, not.
Considering Sociopath had that moment earlier in the race when he got a 10-second penalty because he was going on the gravel, he's still on the medium tyres, 17 laps.
Yeah, I think his bet was on the safety car, I think, because if he had such a bad start, he may as well stay and try another strategy compared to other drivers.
Yeah,
and just try something different to get maximise the results out of some very, very old medium tyres.
So there we have it, folks. There's the pit stop strategies at the moment. Martin is the leading driver to have stopped. Gatian, Fanning, Kaiser Soze, Waza, Monster, Doris, Loppy and Womax. It is exceedingly interesting that if we then overlay that with the tyres, which we would love to do, but we can't, but we will. I'll just flash them. The majority of them, Eddie Dust is in the pits. Eddie Dust is in the pits, ladies and gentlemen. He is in box. Dumbest Hornet takes the lead. Boxy for Eddie Dust. He's saying to the Alfa Romeo mechanics, service my car. Ooh. Hard compounds for the final 15 laps. Interesting.
The right time.
Yeah, you're right. I think, I would have thought, could you have left out another 3 or 4 laps and potentially went on to the softs?
3 or 4 would have been quite a lot. I think Chris was already under 5 seconds away from him, so in the next 3 or 4 laps it's easy on really used tyres to make a mistake and end up in a battle. So I think it was maybe 1 lap or 2, I don't know, but he could have pushed it a little bit further, but played it safe.
He has played it safe.
I mean, he has such a big gap. It's not too hard of a decision to make.
No, and his gap to Martin, who is the other one that's paid, is 7 seconds. So it's probably reduced slightly, but it's not reduced significantly. Now the key question is going to be: is Hornet, Foxy, and Dumbest Hornet is pitted, so Chris is in the pit, so he's decided now is the time. I was going to say, would you try again, stay out for the safety car? That could well happen.
I think that Chris already had some good pace on the hard tyres. So
He did.
I would have probably stayed out a few more laps and keep the medium tyres for the end of the race in case there's a safety car.
I'll tell you.
And to be able to attack Eddie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this. He's Chris has come out only 3 seconds behind Eddie Dust. That gap when he pitted was 6.
I'm not surprised. These hard tyres are very hard around this track, like the same as Bahrain.
Yeah.
And the first few corners are a horrible thing to manage and to go through. So I think the undercut is not too bad on this track. So Chris is going to go through his own heating up phase for his tyres.
He is.
And he's going to lose a bit of time.
He is.
So it's medium tyres.
Ryan.
So we're going to get an interesting end to this race.
We are. Ryan is looking at Chris, but staying there in 5th place in the Mercedes. Martin in 6th, who's got Simba just behind him. Mark Mark now pits in the McLaren, so he has decided he's going for 13 laps on the mediums. Foxy Bingo, though, is staying out in the lead. So Eddie Dust just set the purple final sector, so he already had the fastest lap of the race. So there we go. Ryan's staying out as well. Ryan's playing the long game. Simba, it's a McLaren double stack. How long would the soft tyres take you at this point? Low fuel loads, tyres, track's rubber done. 8, 9 laps, 10?
Yeah, maybe still 10 or 11 laps at this point. I think it's not late enough in the race to go to the end. We've got 14 laps to the end right now, so that's definitely a bit of a stretch. And mediums are still the best. However,
we've got Loppy who's gone round in sector 1 there, coming through 3, but no safety car or virtual.
Yeah.
Bingo
would have been the big winner out of this one.
He would have.
And he pits
he's pitting now, yeah. So he's just taking it as far as he could.
What is he gonna set?
He's got to go mediums.
Yes.
No. Mediums. It is. Look at that. I was about to say, look at that fastest lap from Eddie Dust, but it was just beaten, and I'd literally say just by Chris there. So the Fox comes out on the medium tyre. He's going to come out behind Gatian, but in front of Fanning, and Fanning has got Kaiser Soze up his inside. There we go. Nicely done. Monster is in the pits again, so he's decided that those hard compound tyres, and he's putting the mediums on this time, so he's used every tyre in the race. Right. 3.4 seconds. Dumbest Hornet to Eddie Dust. Is it game on?
Game on for now. Dumbest Hornet has definitely got to get back up to Eddie right now before his tyres start going off.
He would.
Because Eddie's already got the pressure tyres. No, he doesn't. No, sorry.
He doesn't, but he's still got the thing about Eddie is I think his pace advantage here almost warrants the difference in tyres. So whatever Chris can do, it pretty much looks like Eddie Dust can do as well.
Well, he's already taken and gained about, 5 tenths on this lap? Chris?
He has.
Keep that pace for another, fastest lap.
Yep.
So keep this pace for another 2. Oh,
Ryan in the pits. Oh, who's spun?
Sociopath.
It's an Alpine.
And it doesn't look like there's any damage whatsoever. Yep.
Tell you what,
he's going to be able to attack Knock.
Ryan's 11 laps on the mediums. He's going to finish this race. He's just been passed by Rob on a track as he was coming out of the pits, but he'll come out of the pits in 11th place with a very charging Sheldon, otherwise known as Hodgie, behind him, so that's going to be interesting. But again, though, let's just have a look at these tyres. There we go. Right, 4 laps for Eddie Dust.
Mark's going through.
Yes, there we go. Up the inside of 4. Oh, was there a bit of contact there? Oh, Ryan's going to try and hold it round the inside. Mark's going to go round the outside, but the racing will continue.
And Soze is attacking Fanning as well.
Yes, as well. There we go. Trying to go up the inside.
Just going to miss. Ran out of the track.
He does indeed. Ryan's had a moment. Ryan's round. Oh, let's not focus on that.
With cold tyres.
Yep, let's not go there just now. Alex is chasing down. Look at this. So this is the Fanning battle with Kaiser Soze, with Waza and with Alex. That is where that battle is right now. 3 seconds the gap between first and second. Martin in third at the moment.
Wow. What a drive though. He's already...
Yep.
He's got a 5-second gap to Gatien.
He's
some solid pace with the single track today. Yep.
9 places up from his qualifying position. Rob up 8. Biggest loser is Monster down 14. Here, I think certainly Fanning is going to be looking to deliver a good result. He would be a good bet. We'll be cheering Kaiser Soze on, as we know. But again, Fanning has some good speed in that Alpha Tauri.
Someone else who's got some good speed is Foxy Bingo. He's 4 tenths away from Gatien on much quicker tyres and much fresher tyres. He's going to charge until the end of the race.
Yes, we just jumped on board with him whilst keeping an eye on Fanning behind. Let's jump back to Foxy Bingo on board with him. DRS sailing past Gatien. There we go. Fanning has got Kaiser Soze coming all over him. Welcome to everybody who's watching us right now. Here goes the inside of the Mercedes down into turn 1. Kaiser Soze goes up the inside of Fanning. What a move there. Nicely done. Very much the limited overtaking zones here in Spain. But there we go. Foxy Bingo up into 4th. Gatien 5th. Kaiser Soze 6th. Fanning in 7th. Waza in 8th. Gini 9th and Mark in 10th at the moment. 2.2 is the gap at the top of the leaderboard right now. Eddie Dust, long time, has led pretty much. 22 laps out of 24. And Dumbest Hornet is looking for a victory in the opening race of the season.
Another battle that could be interesting is Simba against Sosupath.
Yeah.
Same dynamic as Foxy Bingo against Gatien. Much fresher tyres for Simba.
Yep.
Is he going to try an overtake into the close DRS zone?
Waza's just hit Fanning. Waza. Yeah.
That's only painful. Simba goes through.
Yeah. May see that one in the stewards later. All I'm going to say is it appeared that Waza went for a gap that was always going to be narrowing at a part of the track that generally you wouldn't look to go up the inside. However, both are still running. 7th for Fanning, 9th for Waza. Mark is past Waza as well now, so Mark 2 points for the McLaren boys. But let's jump. You were saying the same as me. 1.3.
Yes. This is going to be a grandstand finish.
This is going to be a grandstand finish. You're absolutely right. Dumbest Hornet.
He nearly slipped there.
He just had a wee moment there.
Yep.
Sociopath, your call. 14th. Although with that 10 seconds, last.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
No, we won't talk about it at all. Dumbest Hornet now 1.7, so what, 7 laps to go? 8 laps to go?
Yeah, 7.5, yeah.
It is going to be...
8.
Yep, exactly. It's going to get us there. So we'll just keep an eye out and we'll see what is what, ultimately.
Was squaring up a move on Mark. He's only half a second away on the DRS.
He is.
Goes in pretty quickly, but not quickly enough.
Nope. We had a yellow at the tail end of the lap, but that has quickly went green. Kazasoze chasing down Gatian. Gatian not going to be able to chase down Fox. Fox 5 seconds behind Martin. We've got a yellow now. One of the Hasses has gone round. Is that Waza? It is. Carl now into the top 10. And Simba just outside the top 10 at the moment, chasing down Carl. Mediums for
looking for a double point finish.
Yeah, mediums for the McLaren, hards for the Ferrari. So Haas, yeah, it's just not worked out for them. Now, has Chris stalled out at 1.5 seconds? The gap hasn't really come out.
No, he hasn't, because he was down to 1.3 earlier on. He had a moment. Went back up to 2 seconds last lap, and he's gained more or less 4 or 5 tenths on the last lap. So this is not over yet.
It isn't over yet. It is the grandstand finish.
Everybody.
Exactly. One of the McLarens has gone round. Is that Simba? I think it is. It's there's been a huge collision. Womack's monster. No, one of the Alpines, and we've got a safety car. Safety car.
Definitely not over.
Sociopath. Doris Day. Loppy all in the pits. Simba continues. Now he had a spin, but all of a sudden there was an Alpine and there was a Haas and missing bits of bodywork. Womax has got no front wing. He's pitting. Wow. This though.
So, what do the leaders do now?
So if you were Eddie Dust and Dumbest Hornet, I mean, you've got to pit for softs, right? Even if Dumbest Hornet pits for soft and Eddie doesn't, he's going to be a liability on the restart. He's got to pit. They've all got to pit. Yes, Eddie Dust does pit. Dumbest Hornet has to pit. Yes, he does. Martin, will he pit? He's got to. I mean, his Renault might
stayed out.
Would you?
I would have stayed out, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Martin is going in. Foxy Bingo, let's see. Foxy Bingo stays out. Now, I will say one thing. Kaiser Soze stayed out as well.
Is Kaiser Soze going to get into second? Because that's the problem.
Yes.
No, not into second. No.
No, no, you're right. Yeah, but J Sarge says he'd have stayed out on mediums, which Foxy has.
Yep.
But so let's have a think about this. The field is pretty spread out. So lap 28, lap 29, lap 30. End of lap 30, the safety car comes in, for argument's sake. Gives you 3 laps. It's going to give you 1 lap of DRS racing. I don't...
We are going to get 4 laps. So it's if everybody catches up, we're going to get 4 laps. It's 28, 29, that leaves 30, 33, 1 and 2.
Maths was never my strong point. Yes, you're right. 4 racing laps, 2 of DRS. Now, so J Sarge says he would have stayed for the mediums. 38 says pit for the softs, no brainer. You were to and fro about staying out. I went for
depends on the driver.
Pit. Yeah. Now, so let's just look at some of the winners and losers, or that we predict are the winners and losers. So, brought the tyres up. Kaiser Soze, winner or loser? I think it's the wrong move to stay out in the hards. If I was him, I'd have pitted.
Well, it's a gamble. That's how I would put it. It's a gamble because if he gets his tyres fired up at the start, he could try and hold onto a P6, 7, something maybe.
Yep.
I can't remember what position he was in earlier on. If it was P8,
he was around about 7th or 8th before.
So he's just gambling, He's thinking that 4 points isn't enough for him, so may as well try and go further up. But 14 laps, cold, hard tyres. Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, Fox, 8 laps on the mediums, I think that's okay. Marks on mediums, 9 laps, I think that's okay. The ones I'm probably more surprised, maybe. the likes of Ryan, the likes of Simba. Would I have pitted? Possibly, yes.
Well, you would have pitted and ended up in what position?
Well, you're right. And this comes back to it.
4 laps to get back up to the points positions.
Yep. Track position versus... I mean, if you can defend well, then
Sure.
go for it, right? And if you can make your car as wide as possible, then by all means go for it. Because you're then in track position, you're in control, you control the restart, you're controlling the pace. In Barcelona, you really only have to worry about 2 places to be overtaken. One is down the pit straight, and you need to just absolutely use your battery. 2 is probably down this straight. Safety car's in this lap. So there you go, you called it. 30, lap 30, we'll start racing. It's going to be 4 racing laps. Remember, DRS does not become active again until the start of lap 32. The Fox River becomes the de facto safety car, so he will control the pace. Remember, he cannot go until the safety car is in the pit lane, and those that are behind him cannot overtake him until the first safety car line. That is going to be the key. The question is, when does he go? Question is, what grip has he got left in those medium tyres? Let's see when he goes. We're on board with him. Is he going out of the chicane?
He's done.
He has. He has. He's built up a nice lead. Now, if I was Dumbest Hornet, you go for Eddie Dust now.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, because you can go and have a free shot at Fox River.
Yep. Martin's gone up the inside of Kaiser Soze. Oh, and Martin's gone round! Martin has lost it in corner 1.
That's painful. Oh,
I'm
so sorry for Martin.
Again, we were on board with Martin. It was just the unfortunate camera angle. Eddie Dust is now half a second behind Fox River 8. Dumbest Hornet in 3rd. Let's have a look and see. Turn 1. If you're going to make a move up the inside, you're going to make sure you're alongside, if not past slightly.
Eddie's got to be careful here because he's got so much more grip than Fox and then Foxy Bingo. If he gets too close up to Foxy Bingo, could he hit the back of him?
Yes, definitely. Oh, Fox ran really wide there coming through.
Oh! Chris is out! Well,
Chris has lost it. He spun it.
The winning,
oh. Do you know what?
Oh,
what did Alex as well? It's been hit by Carl. So avoiding action has been taken. It is chaos at the top of the hill.
Alex went for a move there, but...
Oh. Right.
That's going to be looked at, maybe.
Yeah, well,
maybe.
to 60%, 68% of ERS for Fox River. 46 for Eddie Dust. So there we go. Kaiser Soze. And we said, was it a bit of a possible daft strategy? He's in 3rd, Mark's in 4th, Dusty. Yep. Dusty Springfield is there. Remember, DRS will become active at the start of lap 32, so we shall see what happens.
Mark would be over the moon with a result like this. He's 12 places up from where he started.
Yes.
P16 to P4.
Yep. Do you know the other good thing? The other good thing, there's only one no one has had track limit penalties.
True.
Which is really good. Yeah. Sociopath, 10 seconds, but we'll just forget about that just now. J Sarge says never give up track position in Spain. I agree with that completely. Let's see what Eddie does now. Remember, no DRS. ERS against ERS. Eddie Dust, 49%. It's now coming down. DRS now enabled, so there will be 1 lap.
Yeah, Foxy Mingo's got a good setup.
He does. He does.
Good setup to the pin. Single truck with faster stat, but it won't get to the point at this stage of the race.
It won't. We're on board with Eddie Dust. This is the battle to watch. Yeah, Loppy now on the mediums. This is the battle to watch. Eddie Dust has to watch, and you've made the point. that he has to watch he doesn't get so close up behind the Fox that he ends up in a situation where he knocks him or potentially does damage to his own car. But at the moment, he's it's interesting. Let's see what happens. Top 10 covered by 7.5 tenths of a second after the late safety car. Late drama here in Spain. Let's see as they come now through the re-profile turn 10 into...
Marcus worked his way back up to Casa Soze, and he's up a little bit more ERS than Casa Soze, so if he manages to go through this last sector fine, he could get a move on Casa Soze.
I think Eddie Dust is going to get DRS. I think he's going to have enough.
It's looking pretty good for him.
It is. Fox is absolutely pulling out. There is Eddie Dust. He's going to go round the outside. Let's have a look at the outboard cameras. Eddie Dust round the inside. His eyes touch slightly. Oh! Eddie Dust
guys
braked late. A 100% braked later coming into turn 1 there. And the Fox just kept his nose in there. And Eddie had to relinquish the position because he wasn't going to make the corner. Wow. Kaiser Soze and Mark and the two Alpha Tauris battling Gatian and Fanning. Fanning's looking to go around the outside. Let's just have a quick look there. Right.
He's running out of DRS.
Yep. Now, Eddie Dust is giving it everything. DRS. He's going to get a better run. Is he going to go look down the inside? Surely not. No, he doesn't. Fox River 8. Is he going to take a win in Tier 2 in the opening race of the season? He's just got to keep this clean over the next few corners. He's going to do it. Eddie Dust. Absolutely phenomenal race and qualifying from him, but this is not going to be enough because Fox River in the Ferrari. Frederick Vasseur stands to attention and waves to the Ferrari faithful because the Fox delivers the win on track. Eddie Dust comes second in Alfa Romeo. Kaiser comes home third with the Tier 2 champion from last season in fourth. Gatian and Fanning, well done on the fifth and sixth for the Alpha Tauris. Rob in seventh, Simba in eighth, good double points for the Alpha Tauris and the McLarens and the Aston Martins, albeit dumbest turn that spin towards the end.
Wow, what a turnaround.
Yeah.
The gamble has paid off for those who have gambled.
It has. The game gives driver the day to Simba. That I wouldn't disagree with that too much.
Well, I think a few drivers have got a shout out for
here's
driver of the day.
Here's the question.
We got Mark and P4.
Who is your driver of the day?
I said that Mark and Simba and Ryan had disappointed me in qualifying. Mm-hmm. Well, Mark and Simba have both gained most positions in the race, so that's a good shout for them. But to be honest, had that safety car not come out, what a race by Eddie! What a race! Yeah,
I think he had really good pace. I think driver of the day for me, and I've got to give it to this driver only because of what could have happened and what should have happened. Dumbest Hornet is my driver of the day. I think, do you know what? Qualified second, had a great race. Probably was at one point the fastest man on track. But there we go. So we will see what happens. But there we have it. Fox in the lead takes the victory. Eddie Dust second, Kaiser Soze third, Mark in fourth, Gatian in fifth, Fanning in sixth, Genie seventh, Simba eighth, Dumbest Hornet in ninth, and Red Car Amber rounds out the top 10 with a point for Mercedes, Monster and single track races of what could have been for them. Carl, also Doris, Waza, the two Hassies, fell down the leaderboard. Loppy in 16th, Womax in 17th, Alex in 18th, and then Sociopath in 19th. TRS Julian was the only non-finisher. Anton de Pompadour, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed your first outing in the commentary box. You'll be back next week, I think, alongside the Simba, the man who finished 8th, I think.
Indeed.
But ladies and gentlemen, do keep it tuned to the MRC YouTube channel because in 29 minutes we're going to have Tier 1 brought to you by Simba and Mark. The two McLaren duo are going to bring you that. Myself and Anton going to have a celebratory little French beer.
Champagne.
Champagne.
Mais oui, monsieur.
Oui. There we go. And no doubt stewarding, because I'm sure there may just be a few stewards reports coming up. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed it. As Anton says, do leave a like, do subscribe, do like, and join Mark and Mark for Tier 1 in 28 minutes' time, ladies and gentlemen. Have a lovely evening. Good evening.